There are many ways to structure the business model of a company. Today we will show you one of them, which is a common practice nowadays and is called the Business Model Canvas. The Business Model Canvas is a strategic management and lean startup template for developing new or documenting existing business models. It's a visual chart with elements describing a firm's or product's value proposition, infrastructure, customers, and finances. It assists ventures in aligning their activities by illustrating potential trade-offs. The Business Model Canvas has 9 building blocks. We will now go over them one by one. The first 2 building blocks are ones you're already familiar with from previous unit, the value proposition and the customer segments. Let's do a quick recap. The value proposition refers to the value a venture promises to deliver their customers should they choose to buy their product. The customer segments are who the customers that our ventures targets. Customers are fundamental to the existence of a venture, and it cannot exist without them. Lego, for example, targets several different audiences by using different series of their blocks. Lego Architecture, Lego Friends, Lego City, and Lego Junior are great examples for defining and approaching different customer segments. It is important to decide who we're addressing, but it's just as important to decide who is not our customer segments. Defining our customer segments allows us then to build our entire business model based on our approach towards these segments. So now that we have our customer segments and our value proposition, we need the connectors between these 2 parts. How is the value proposition being delivered to our customers, and how is the relationship with them maintained? And so the next building blocks of our model are the marketing and distribution channels, how we connect and reach the customer segments we've identified, how we're doing the sales, the distribution channels we interface with, how and where will we reach our customer and interact with them. These channels are used for several purposes. We want to raise awareness for the products and services our venture offers, for example, advertising. We want to help our customer understand the value proposition. We want them to purchase or use our offering. We want to deliver our value to the customers, and we want to provide post-sales services. The 4th building block, which is also a connector, is the relationship with our customers. It describes the kind of relationship the company produces with each segment of our customers. We need to decide what kind of relationship we want to have with our customers. Is it the same one for all the segments? Is it a different one for each of our segments? How will we get new customers, how we will maintain them, and how we will leverage our existing customers to create additional sales. After looking at the customer side, we now move to the production side. What resources and activities do we need for creating and delivering our value proposition? And who do we need them from? And so our 5th building block is our key resources. What are the key resources needed for a business model to work? The key resources are the ones that create the value to the customer and make him or her stay. These resources depend on what our ventures does and can be physical resources, could be financial ones, could be intellectual ones, or human capital. Our employees could be our most important resource, but it can also be a structural resource. It can also be machinery, as well as many other things. Our next production building block is the key activities. What are the main things that our venture needs in order for the business model to work? Which key activities are needed to successfully operate and maintain value to our customers and maintain the stability of the ventures? For different ventures, these may be different things. For a software company, this may be co-development. For a social venture, this could be volunteer recruitment. And finally, for the production part, who are our key partners? Who are the suppliers or partners we need in order to make the business model work? Companies may collaborate for various reasons: to attain resources, obtain knowledge, reduce risk. McDonald's needs a strong partnership with Coca-Cola or Pepsi in order to be able to serve sodas with their meals. The final 2 building blocks of our model are the financial aspect of the venture, the cost structure and the revenue stream, the minus and the plus. In terms of the revenue stream, what is the revenue stream of the venture? What are our customers willing to pay? Are different segments potentially more profitable than others? A good answer to the revenue stream question helps the vendor produce a revenue stream or more than one for every customer segment. There are two main revenue streams, a one-time revenue stream and a recurring one. Meaning, is my customer paying a one-time fee or is it on a monthly, annually, or otherwise recurring basis? It helps us predict and plan our revenue stream as well as the actions needed to develop and grow it over time. Let's use a couple of examples to show the different aspects of revenue stream and their implications for our business model. Lego sets, for example, that are related to Disney characters are usually priced higher and could potentially provide more revenue than other Lego sets. In nonprofits, for example, different programs could be funded differently. For example, a donor supports a specific audience-related program, while the government supports others. Our final building block is the cost structure. It describes the major costs associated with the business model. For example, costs involved in production, in acquiring and retaining customers, in shipping. This can be defined relatively easily after we define our key resources, key activities, and key partners. Now that we've reviewed all the building blocks of our business model canvas, we can now look at the bigger picture.